Hi, I'm Peyton List, and this is everything I do in a day. Typically, if I'm working on set, I will have to wake up at 4:30 a.m. to start prepping for hair and makeup. So I have to set multiple alarms. I'll set them from about 4 a.m. if I have to get up at 4:30 so that I can just finally hear the one at 4:30 go off. And I have like the typical iPhone sound that everyone has. Going too far is the like that might be a little too abrupt to wake up to, so I just keep like the normal one. I'll turn over and my dog is either right there or he's on top of my head. Like my dog sleeps on top of my head. His name is Mo. My grandpa's name is Elmo, so it's after him. He has the cutest eyes. So like the first thing I see in the morning are usually like his big eyes. He just comes right over onto my chest and stares at me. But he is such a diva. Like if I don't take him out first thing, he's like pouting there for me. So he's the first one I take care of. I'm still like very much sleepwalking at this point, and I'll open the front door and run him out. As soon as I hear the coffee maker turn on, that's like kind of when my brain turns on, I'll like splash some cold water on my face, some cleanser, and then I'll throw on like a little bit of moisturizer just to prep my skin for the makeup artist before I step into the trailer. There's like an app that comes along with my toothbrush. Shout out to Oral-B. Like that toothbrush is my favorite thing because if I only brush my teeth for like a minute and a half, which I sometimes am guilty of, like it'll just do a frowny face and like makes me feel terrible about myself. So I'm very competitive. So like if I have to compete with my toothbrush that like gives me a smiley face, I will do it. I will have my outfit picked out from the night before. If not, like I will leave set and I will not know what I'm wearing. Then I'll grab my dog and we'll be in the car by 5:10. And I'm usually listening to like Tame Impala or Talking Heads, The Smiths if I miss my dad. My drive to set is about 20 minutes. I will immediately park my car and run into either hair or makeup. There's catering there, like at the same time I'm there. I usually go with eggs, avocado, and some sort of like toast. So if I get to set at 5:30, I'll be out of hair and makeup around 7. But I'll usually get pulled out of hair and makeup into a camera blocking. We'll talk with the director for the week and like all the cast and everyone that's involved in the scene. We'll all run the scene together, talk about it, and then we'll get our marks and get the whole scene set up. And then I'll come back at 7:30 to my trailer, take about 7:30 to 7:45 to get dressed, run over my lines. I usually am like rushing to do everything I can before I get the knock because I know that I'm about to be in there for a while doing the scene, and like the trailer is just sort of my space to be. Around 7:45, run back into stage. Stage is a walk. Like I'm getting steps in just from the walk from my trailer to the sound stage where we film, where set is. Our stunt coordinators and our stunt doubles will come in and we'll all do a stretch until camera and lighting and everything's set up for the scene. And that is one of my favorite parts of the day. We'll do that stretching and everything before the scene. We'll like run over whatever choreography we have for the day, you know, after we finish the scene, which is probably around 12:30. We'll have our lunch. 12:30 to 1:30, I will take my lunch like back into the trailer, call my mom, call my friends, whoever. I'll usually get like a fish, veggies, pasta, a dessert. Basically after lunch at 1:30, I will always go over to our little training dojo area. Olivia, my stunt double, she'll hold up her stunt pads and just like have me punch and then throw some kicks. Just repeat it over and over and over. And then also drill a lot of takedowns. Olivia will just show me ways to just take someone down and I'll just do it over and over. I'll flip her over and over and over onto pads. But I love now that I have like 5 different ways that I can take someone down. And then after we do all that, we will go into our choreography for whatever scene we have coming up. We get our scripts typically like just a couple weeks before, but then Stunts has to coordinate the fight, kind of like read it over, figure out what we're gonna do. They film a previs with our stunt doubles and then they'll show us like, okay, this is what you're gonna be doing. They'll break it down for us. And we'll have to learn it beat by beat. I don't just like pick it up immediately. I have to go over it a lot. So I just bother them so much. As soon as I can start going over the fight is when I wanna do it. I'm typically in the training area for about 2 hours, around 3:30 when we finish stunt training. Sometimes I'll have another scene after that, so I'll have to go back to hair and makeup for about 30 minutes trying to fix everything that I've sweat off, and then go get out of my active clothes and go get dressed again for the scene, the camera blocking, and the filming again for the next few hours. And then that probably takes me until 6 o'clock. Wrap for the day. I go back to the trailer and reunite with Mo. I always feel so guilty. I'm so sorry, I left you for so long. But whenever I do get a chance, like in between training, in between everything else, I'm seeing Mo and like going to walk him and spend time with him. I have all these toys like laid out in maybe a way that he'll enjoy. Like I try to change it up and leave bones out for him so that he doesn't try to destroy the trailer. A few of us from the cast will end up hanging out after. Jacob and Sholo and Joe live together. I'll get a call from Sholo and be like, oh, we're getting this, do you want some? And we'll all kind of decide if we want to eat together or not, which is nice because we're all away from our families, and like having a family there and having people our own age is just such a blessing. But I'll go over to their house and we'll all eat. And we'll end up watching a movie after, which I usually fall asleep because I'm so tired, and I don't know how they're all still awake. So then I'll drive home, and I'll blast music and the AC so that I could stay awake because I'm usually so tired. Get home, like, wash the day off, like 9:20. You know, I'm like kicking off my shoes and immediately running to open up a bottle of wine. My dad works in wine. He just taught me from a young age, like how to pair wine with a meal or whatever it is. So I just like really love a glass of red wine at the end of the night. After everything, I'm probably doing my nighttime routine around, it's like 10 o'clock. And then I'll usually use a cleansing oil to, like, with hot water on my face. Yes, I'll just like wash it all off. Then I'll do it a second time because the water is like the color of my foundation. I have a toning spray that I love. And then I'll just slap on some like spot treatment because I get hormonal acne. I am a nighttime shower person. I used to have to dry my hair because it would get so frizzy and curly and crazy. That is the kind of hair type I have, but also I think it was damaged. I'm usually in sweatpants and like an oversized t-shirt from a concert or something that I went to. Oversized clothing is really the comfiest to me. I had to force myself to get reinvested into TV shows because I was really obsessed with TikTok before going to bed. Like, I felt like these people were my family, my best friends. Like, I've learned so much from TikTok. And I was one of those people that was like, I don't know about TikTok. Let me try to get into it and I'll see. And then the algorithm just like learned everything about me and my interests, and all of a sudden I'm just completely addicted, and like I am fans of people. I love catching up with my friends and like making sure that I stay up to date with their lives. Call my mom again or a best friend, like put them on speaker while I'm getting ready for bed. I do get that Oral-B toothbrush back out. The app has really told me like the left back side, upper side of my mouth, I was really neglecting. I'm really glad you guys know this about me now. I am so used to the heat here in California that I can't have it too freezing cold. 68, 70 degrees in my place. Normally 11 o'clock, I will get into bed. Mo sees me walking toward the bed and he's like the first one in there. I woke up the other day and he was on the pillow like a human next to me. He was, he woke up right next to me. I have silk pillowcases because I found that it doesn't break me out as much. So I think, and I think it doesn't damage my hair as much on the silk. Then also scroll Instagram for a little bit and like check my email. But I have been trying to pick up a book. I'll even try to like close my eyes and just turn on an audiobook. Right now I'm listening to Untamed by Glennon Doyle. I'm in love with her and her voice. I'll sometimes get a video where it's like these random people with like soft, cute little voices just saying like, it's time to go to bed. You've been scrolling too long. It works on me every time. I listen to them. My head hits the pillow and I'm out. Okay, that's it. That's everything I do in a day. Thanks for watching.